Hello there. This is me once again. I'm going to put together a little video because some people have been having some questions about how to do packet tracers and how to turn them in. So I thought I would take a look at this packet tracer 3.5.1. This is one, a lot of y'all have already done this. So if you've already done this and you've got a good handle on turning in packet tracers, then don't sweat this. But anyway, going to show you a little bit about how this thing is supposed to be done. Okay, so if you look at the packet tracer instructions, it says, you'll do these following activities. And then it's got two buttons here. Now, this white button is just a link to a PDF file. It's got the instructions, but it's not got anything like preloaded. It just so happens that if you click on the blue button here, see where it says download the Create a Simple Network. Okay, so we're going to click on this and we're going to download it. Okay, and now I'm just going to double click on this thing, and with any luck whatsoever, I'm going to open it up. It might take it a minute. Okay, so here's my box that has my instructions in it. I'm just going to kind of set it off to the side. As you can see, the people at Cisco have been kind enough to go ahead and put some of the devices in place for us on this particular packet tracer. And they've told us, okay, here's what the devices are supposed to be named, and here's the interfaces you're going to use, and here's the addressing scheme. Now, the wireless router, it's probably already got the IP address set. If it doesn't, as we go down through the instructions, anything that doesn't have an address already assigned, we'll just refer back to this table to find out what address and subnet mask we're supposed to be using. Now, the link between the internet and the server seems to already be up, so we'll only mess with that if the instructions tell us to. Now, something that I like to do with packet tracers is this. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to windowify this thing. Okay, so I'm going to turn packet tracer into a window. And I'm going to use part of my screen for my packet tracer workspace. And then the other part of my screen I'm going to use for my instructions. And this way I can keep things a little bit better organized. All right, so now I've got my instructions here and got my workspace over here. Now, let's see, what does it say it wants me to do? Okay, step 1, add network devices to the workspace. So let's see. It says here we're supposed to have a PC, a laptop, and a cable modem. All right, well, that sounds like something you might have in your house. Okay, so PC, I'm going to move it up here. Laptop, I'm going to move it up here. And then we need a cable modem. Now, where's my cable modem located? Well, if I look under Network Devices, and then down here the subcategory is going to be WAN emulation. Okay, there it is. We'll click on WAN emulation. And this gives me cloud, a couple of different clouds, DSL modem, ooh, cable modem. I need that, so let's put that right here. All right, so there we go. Now, next step, change display names of the network devices. What are these network devices supposed to be called? Well, the PC is supposed to be called simply PC. The laptop is supposed to be referred to as the laptop. And cable modem, just, do we care about that? I don't know. Let's go ahead and change it anyway. The server. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to look at the config here. Okay, display name is supposed to be cisco.com server. So let's go ahead and change that. Okay, see where it says changing the display name may affect scoring? It absolutely will. If you don't have the display names like it says in the instructions, then it'll take points off. So you have to do what the instructions say. All right, so now we've got that done. Cisco.com server, laptop, wireless router. Okay, let's go down and see what else we've got. Okay, now we need to do some physical cabling. And it tells us where we're supposed to be cabled to. Interface Ethernet 0 on the PC and the Cisco server. The laptop is supposed to use the wireless interface. Okay, which makes sense. Okay, so let's go to our connections. That lightning bolt. It's the only thing here that's really in color. Okay, and we're going to select a straight through copper cable, and we're going to connect to Fast Ethernet 0 on the PC. And on the wireless router, we'll just connect to Gigabit Ethernet 1, because that's what the instructions say. If you look over there to the right, see here, Gig Ethernet 1. And, you know, could you connect this to any of the gigabit ports? Well, yes, technically, but that might wind up giving you points off on your final grade. Okay, now, wireless router needs a copper crossover cable. So we're going to connect the cable modem to the wireless router using port 1 interface of the cable modem and the internet interface of the wireless router. So crossover cable is here, copper crossover. And we're going to connect to the cable modem, port 1, and then we're going to connect to the wireless router, internet. And you probably have a similar setup to this at your house. Now we need a coax cable to connect to the internet. So we're going to connect port 0 on the cable modem and coax 7 on the internet. So if you look down through here, you're going to see copper straight through, crossover, fiber, phone line. Ooh, coaxial. That blue cable is coaxial. We need that. So let's click on the cable modem and click on the coax. See this little circle thing here? Port 0. And then the internet cloud has got several different things to choose from, but we're going to use coax 7 because that's what the instructions say, and we have to do what the instructions say. And none of the other ports would work anyways with a coax cable. Okay, now the PC. It says here we need to configure the PC to verify that DHCP is enabled. Okay, so let's take a look. We're going to go to the desktop, IP configuration. Okay, this thing is defaulting to static, but we're going to go to DHCP. Clickety. Okay, now we got a DHCP address. It says DHCP request successful. Yay, us. Okay, now because the Cisco.com server has already got a DHCP server running on it, so the people that did the packet tracer already had that service available. All right, so that is done. Now our next instruction. It says here, verify that we've got an IPv4 address. Well, we really just did that, but we'll play along with these guys and type in ipconfig/all. Okay, so here we go. And it looks like we have an IPv4 address and a subnet mask and a default gateway and a DNS server. So that all looks fine. And our Bluetooth connection is just not being used right now. Now it says ping cisco.pka. Okay, now since we have a DNS server, we can do this. And this ought to work. It may take it a minute to kind of figure out where it is and what it's doing. So you'll notice this in real life too. You issue a ping command, and sometimes it takes a minute for it to figure out who's where. Okay, so eventually it was able to translate cisco.pka into this IP address, then ping the IP address. Sure enough, we've got a connection. Now watch this. Okay, now, next time I ping it, now the computers and the switches all know where everything's located, and so they don't have to go through that search routine again. They can just go straight to the ping and see how fast that works. There we go. Okay, now then, we got to configure the laptop. so let's close the PC window and let's go back to the laptop. Okay, now this laptop has got a RJ45 connection, and then it's got another RJ45 that's got a network adapter card right here. So in order to make any changes to our laptop, here's what we're going to have to do. We're going to click on this button here to turn the laptop off, and then we're going to click on this device right here, okay, and we're going to just put it back over here in this yellow area and drop it. Okay, drag and drop. Okay, now we need to give this thing some wireless connectivity. So in order to have a wireless, okay, and I know this is kind of silly because laptops all come with a wireless connection now, but humor me. Okay, so we're going to pick the wireless module here, WPC300N, and we're just going to drag and drop. Click. And if you look, you can see that this thing's got like an antenna sticking out the side of it. There's your wireless connection. Now we'll turn the laptop back on and let it restart. Okay, so now we've installed the card and we've powered the laptop back on. Now, we need to connect to the wireless network. So whenever you have a wireless device on Cisco Packet Tracer, what you do is go into the desktop and then click on PC Wireless. And that's going to bring up this Linksys. Linksys is a proud subsidiary of Cisco Systems. So here we go. We've got this interface to the wireless adapter. The adapter is currently inactive. So signal strength, link quality, both nothing. So let's click on connect. Okay, so connect. Cool. Okay, Home Network 1 is an available network. So let's click on it and then connect it. Okay, see, now we got a wireless connection to the router. Okay, now the adapter is active. And if we click on link information, now we got good signal strength and link quality. So yeah, bonus. All right, so let's X out of that for the time being. Excuse me. Okay, so what they want us to do now is web browse our way over to cisco.pka. So let's do that. We're going to click on our web browser. Okay, and the URL we're going to give it is going to be Cisco. Let's see. Let's try this. In some of these packet tracers, it makes you actually type in the http://Cisco, but try this and see what happens. Okay, cool. It put it in there for us automatically this time. And so bing, we got Cisco Packet Tracer. Our connection worked. Okay, now what else do we need to do? Looks like nothing. Okay, so it looks like we've stepped through all of the requirements. So now that we're down to the end, let's check our results. Check results. Okay, congratulations on completing this activity. Assessment items. Okay, now here's the part where you're going to capture your information for submission to Canvas. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Hold on, let me drink something. I love coffee in the morning. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to activate the snipping tool. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type search. And then where it says search bar, snipping tool. Okay, here it goes. All right, so I'm going to do a new snip, click, and now I'm going to capture this information right here. This is the important part. Okay, so now that I've captured it, what I can do is I can save this. I can save my snip, and I can save it to, I don't know, where do we want to save it? Let's save it to snip. See, PKA, this was tracer, packet tracer activity, 3.5.1. Okay, save. We could just copy this thing for later pasting. Okay, now that we've done that, what I want to do is open up a window. To Canvas. Okay, let me sign in. Log in. Okay, cool. Now I'm going to go to Canvas. And I'm going to find my course. Ay caramba. There we go. It takes it a minute, but eventually it does it. CTI 120 I01 in this case. It's going to be the same thing for every section, right? Okay, so module group 1, right here, packet tracer 3.5.1. I'm going to click on this. All right, and I need to view this as a student because looking at it as an instructor is not going to really help me right this minute. Okay, so what I can do, I can click on text, and I think this will work. You can like Control V right here, and that should paste that information. See here? What we did was we just cut and pasted the assessment items into this submission area, okay? And that really is all I need to do for this. I can just go ahead and click on Submit Assignment. Or if I want to do the upload, what I can do is click on Upload, okay, and then drag a file here or choose File to upload. And where did we leave that thing? Somewhere around here. It was like packet tracer, there it goes, packet tracer 3.5.1.jpg. And we'll open that up. Okay, so now I've got it both ways. I've got it text, and I've also got the upload of the JPEG file that I saved. And now I'm going to go ahead and submit. Click. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that is how you do a packet tracer and then upload it. And then I can go in and grade it. Whenever I look and I can see everybody's packet tracer and I can see if you had your results correct. And if you didn't, then I can put some commentary and give you a grade. Okay, so that basically is all I wanted to talk about with you for right this minute. Had a couple of people asking about this, and most of y'all have already figured it out because you've already uploaded your packet tracers. And coming up, oh, I haven't opened up Module 2 yet. I'm about to do that. Okay, so there's going to be some more packet tracers in Module 2. Now, something to be aware of with the Module 2 packet tracers. The first one you can just do at home. It's not a problem. Actually, all of them you can do at home because you're going to be online. But for a couple of the packet tracers, it's going to ask you to verify connection between two devices that are local. And if you only have one computer at home, then just put in the packet tracer activity or the lab activity, just write, okay, I couldn't do this because I only have one computer at home, and that won't be no problem at all. I understand that, not everybody has like a big experimental laboratory network to work with at home. Anyway, Thanks very much. I appreciate your attention, and I see we've already run to 20 minutes. I'm sorry about that, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, thanks very much. Have a good day.